Okay guys, so this is my final gallery project. So we're just gonna hop right in. So first I chose The Birth of Venus. This painting was created in the height of the Italian Renaissance and is tempera on canvas. Something most unknown is the reason of all these paintings from the Renaissance are tempera on wood or canvas is because of the climate and the high humidity of places like Venice. Nudity is also a thing that Middle Ages stray away from during their art, with only a few exceptions, because of the gesture of modesty. But a goddess doesn't need modesty. This is the height of religion. So this is the Annunciation, and it is a great example of Gothic painting because of the beautiful strokes of color, but still holds a 2D figure. The gold background, while the Virgin is sitting on the throne, gives really good character to the painting. So this is Madonna with the Child of Angels, and this is an early Renaissance painting and is very human-like for such a religious painting. Instead of keeping the angels like non-human figures, it's quite the opposite. It seems to be like children running around Florence while still holding the divinity of the halos. This painting is very special considering the time period. So this self-portrait as an allegory of painting is a beautiful woman with black hair, and it truly captures the essentials of the women of the time. The author is in and of herself the painting, and she has outstanding artistic abilities along with the odd status of being a female artist. So this self-portrait of Leicester speaks wonders on her character, her self-confidence, and her abilities as a Dutch artist. She really shows herself in high fashion, creating a timeless piece of art, as if her hand was on the violin of her painting. So Miss Richard Brinsley is an oil on canvas with exceptional beauty. Her gracious wind-blown structure seems to almost focus on her face and personality. The artist seemed to hold true to the beauty of the landscapes and weave it into her. Grace is one of John Baptiste's beauties. He focused primarily on still life and the occasional portraits. This painting evokes tranquility and humbleness. The colors bring out the feeling of the poor maid asking the children to pray. The beauty of the artwork is almost like you could step in the painting and hit play. The self-portrait with two pupils is an uncommon painting, to say the least. This self-portrait was made to establish and make the best of her stressful career as an artist, and making self-portraits was not only for entertainment, but for clients to see their luxurious composites. So this self-portrait of Lebrun holds true to the Rococo style. She seems to be held in her perpetual youth, with her most famous painting being of Marie Antoinette, which she's painting in this photo. So the women regents of the old men's home at Haarlem is a prime example of Haarlem elites. It is unknown who the faces belong to now, but Friend painted these women in a loose style with very rough brushstrokes. So Judas slaying Hophamus is one of the most vivid descriptions of the scene, and it seems to be based on the jewelry in Judas' arm. It seems like her artistic detail is that the painter identified with Judas. As a young child, she went through a horrendous act and actually tried to attack her attacker with a knife. So she is in and of herself the painting. So Ophelia, study number 2, provides the bare minimum when it comes to visual clues. She seems to be in a cloak of mourning with her sad face, and Cameron seems to enjoy a modern-like approach with certain literary experimental themes. So Blessed art thou among women, even though it does have a biblical meaning, it seems to show an archetype of motherhood, and it is a photograph on Japanese paper. So Woman with the Hat is actually a portrait of the artist's wife. It is pure Fauvist style, and this piece was one of the first pieces of modern art. So finally, we have this true piece of modern day emotion. So this is Street Dresden, and the street is filled with individuals, as you can see. Because of the odd brush strokes, his anxiety is building as these crowds are, filling in beside him, and it seems to be too much for him. And Kirchner even says it's a psychological alienation wrought on by modernization. So I chose these portraits and paintings that portrayed women figures with no other figures that overlap the individuals. You can only see her true beauty, and across all works you begin to see the change and dimension of figure along with the roles they play and the people they become. I believe these paintings voice a way for women to understand the struggle of what the past had to hold. For a few of these women, even though these women paved a way for the future to come, we can still hold on to their voice forever through these paintings. Thank you.